Yes, people. Before I even give you a breakdown of the 27th, yeah, I want to ask you a question. This one's for the drinkers. How far are you willing to walk for a drink? Let that marinate for a bit. How far are you willing to walk for a drink? I'm going to come back to that question. In the meantime, I'm going to give you the breakdown. Yeah? This whole journey has had so many ups and downs to it. But I've been soldiering through. I've got as far as 27 days in. That's amazing for me, first and foremost. Give myself a little pat on the back. Because, you know, if I don't do it, no one will. Nobody may not even see this shit. Just being real. But from somebody who likes a regular tap, I've done really, really, really well. I've had a couple of blips. It would be deluded of me to feel like, yeah, I can just not drink. Do you get me? I enjoy it. Do I drink to excess? No. Do I drink more often than is healthy from a governance perspective? Yeah, I do. But I've decided I'm going to wind my neck in on that and take it easy. And I've been doing all right with it. I've had a couple of moments this month where I've kind of felt like, should I have done that? And then spent time kind of punishing myself. The fact of the matter is we've all got vices in it. And I like unwinding with a drink. You know what I mean? Work hard, play hard, drink hard. Well, maybe not so much to drink hard, but you get the gist. I've noticed over the past month that a lot of interactions I have with people are surrounded by similarities in it, and drink's one of them. Like, for example, going to see my brother on his birthday. Do you get me? Going to see my sister. Not saying that they're drinkers like that, but when you catch up, it's, you know, you sit down, you relax, you catch up, innit? And it's a factor. It definitely is a factor in my life anyway. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. How far are you willing to walk for a drink? I know you've probably stopped thinking about it, but let it fucking filter in the back of your head. Okay, so finished work, and I was doing all right for steps anyway, but it was a case of I went home, felt a little bit restless, and for some reason, one of them days, stressed out, I'd started uploading some of the footage from the previous weeks. And it's one of them things. Normally, when I'm editing, I sit down in front of the, especially, it's one of them block session, innit? Sit in front of the computer. You get all your munchies, you get your whatever. All of that's been thrown out of whack, innit? But I felt like, yeah, you know what? I could do the drink. Now, fortunately, there's nothing in the house because I haven't been going out my way to buy anything. So there was nothing in the house. And I settled on, after negotiating with myself, if I want a drink, I can have one. But I ain't gonna buy a bottle. I'll have a Magnum. Now, if you don't know what a Magnum is, it's a little bottle. It's like a cowpole sized bottle of flipping Jamaican tonic. So compared to drinking something like brandy, it's nowhere near as high in alcohol. Brandy's like 30 odd percent, 40%. Magnum's about 13, so a bit like a red wine, that kind of strength. Anyway, I thought, you know what? If you want the drink, you're gonna have to work for it. That was the Donald Trump negotiation my kidney had with my heart and my head and my feet, and that's what they settled on, like a United Nations of, you don't need to deprive yourself, but you gotta earn it. Cool. So whilst you're thinking about how far you'd walk, I'm gonna tell you how far I ended up walking. I left my house. In fact, you know what? Let me see if I can show you without showing you. So you're just gonna end up seeing, but it is what it is. Do you see that? You see that shape? More to the point, do you see that distance? Yeah. Call it 4.5 miles. I literally walked 4.5 miles just so that I could have this drink. Oh God, it's pathetic, but it's funny. But you know what? It was the best. Sometimes you gotta just do a deal with the devil, innit? And that's what it worked out to. Do you get me? So the workout itself was 1 hour and 28 minutes. Active calories 892. Total calories was just over 1,073. Average heart pace was low. It was 119 BPM. So I don't really know what that did for me. That being said, let me have a look. Yeah, I stayed in zone 1 the whole time. So at all times through that walk, yeah, I was at less than 134 BPM. What else can I tell you? I walked 4.5 miles in the rain for a Magnum. Yeah, that's the general ebb and flow of this thing. Sigh. But obviously walking that kind of distance means one thing. And when you really think about it, jumping pedometer plus plus. I hit my target. 15,253 at the end of the day. So that is just under 6.9 miles in total. I am starting to understand that willpower alone doesn't work. Motivation alone doesn't work. And sometimes you are going to have to compromise. And the little challenges and speed bumps that I've faced so far are all going to multiply in the future. The second, things like spring and summer starts kicking in, barbecues, outings, I'm going to be bombarded with opportunities to do the wrong thing. I'm realizing that now is a great time to learn the self-discipline and the resolve to follow through and complete the mission. I feel at certain points this month I have messed up. But did I really mess up though? Or am I just being too hard on myself? Because the bottom line is I ain't really set myself any major parameters. All right, the major thing was the steps between 10,000 and 15. Quite a few times I haven't hit 15. And I kind of feel like I beat myself up over the fact that I didn't hit the 15. but I hit the minimum. All right, I know that I'm capable of more, and maybe that's why I kind of beat myself up over stuff. Same thing with walking to the shop. I didn't walk to the closest shop. Do you know what I mean? I walked to a shop that was like at least 2.25 miles away from my house. So it's not like I don't know what I'm doing or what to do. I just seem to be a bit conflicted in the outcomes of the decisions I make, which is, it is what it is. I'm still working at it, people. I'm still pushing forward, and March is round the corner. So this ain't over. Like I said, I'm gonna try and do this every day until June, and hopefully, no, not hopefully, by that time I should have become more comfortable in my skin and in my thoughts. Far less Cleveland like. People, the penultimate date is coming up, and in the back of my head that is playing on me. Like, I could just call it quits on the 28th. I can take the pictures, the videos down that I've uploaded, because the first week's up for people to watch. Whether or not anybody sees it, again, who knows? But I could back out of this. The real thing is, I don't think I will. So if you're seeing this and you're on your journey, let me know what you're battling with in the comments, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Peace. Stop recording.